All right, y'all. We got breaking news out of the NHL, the National Hockey League. The Stars have fired their head coach, Pete Doeber. Pete Doeber. I believe that's how you said his last name. Some stories and some things have came about regarding an incident that happened specifically in a locker room. Regarding the tension and things that was being said, and so the general manager took it to his own self examination, and he decided to go ahead and part ways with Pete. So let's do no more talking. Before we get into this article real quick, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. Share this channel, Bonnie with the Get Down podcast, okay? We got to get down to see why certain things are just taking place all across the sports world. We got to get down. We got to dig deep into the reasoning behind it. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can get notified when I drop videos on the channel, okay? So let's go ahead and dive right into this article and see what NHL had to say about this massive story. Massive story. All right, here we go. Stars make difficult decision to fire Doeber. Begin search for new head coach. After 3 successful seasons with frustrating playoff endings, Dallas relieved head coach Pete Doeber of duties and will begin the search of his replacement. Yes, since Dallas, we were dependent on you guys to go far. The Cowboys don't go far. The Rangers, sometimes they don't really go far. The Mavericks don't go far. So you guys were the last of the Dallas organizations to actually make the city happy. But you guys didn't. And on top of that, you got rid of your head coach. You fired your coach for the good reason, the good exact reason. But let's read furthermore, okay? The Stars on Friday fired head coach Pete Doeber with 1 year remaining on his contract and will immediately begin the search for his replacement. GM Jim Neal said the decision was difficult, with Doeber posting that the best regular season record in NHL during his 3 years in Dallas and taking the team to three Western Conference finals, but that it was ultimately what was the best for the organization. I have the utmost respect for him as a person and as a coach, Neal said of Doeber. In the end, it's my responsibility to make a decision that's the right decision for the organization moving forward. Neal said the remainder of the coaching staff will stay in place and that some could be candidates to be the replacement. Assistant coach Alan Nasreddine, Steve Spott, and Misha Donskoy each have extensive NHL coaching experience and could help the team move forward. Nasreddine was an intern head coach for the New Jersey during the 2019-2020 season. He has been an assistant for the Stars for the past 3 seasons. Spott was a head coach in the OHL and the AHL and has more recently been an assistant with Doeber in San Jose, Vegas, and Dallas. So Spott, he's been the assistant with Doeber for a long period of time, and he's been in that position with him being in Dallas, Vegas, and San Jose. Okay. Dan Scoff is a longtime assistant in the OHL and the NHL and has served in various management roles in the NHL. He helped Vegas win the Cup in 2023 and was also part of the Canada's coaching at the Four Nation Face-Off. Also a candidate is Texas Stars head coach Neil Graham, who has led the Dallas AHL affiliate since December 2019. Texas is currently in the Western Conference final of the Calder Cup playoffs. Okay, so you got some prospects. You got different guys in there. They're in the mix that would be a good candidate to be the head coach for the Dallas Stars. One thing for sure, two things is for certain, you don't want to bring so much drama and so much tension when you're in the spotlight. Really don't want that to happen, because any small thing that is said on the media is just going to run away with it, or any small thing that is overheard, the media is definitely going to run with it. They're definitely going to run away with it. But his time is up. The GM ultimately is over the head coach, so he got to feel what will be the best option for his team to continue to progress and move forward. Any GM, it don't matter what sport, you gotta see, hey, is it going to be a good idea to keep this person a long time, or should we go ahead and just call it a quits? Mind you, he had one more year left on his contract, but with them going ahead and firing him, that's it. He's not going to be doing any more time with the Dallas Stars. So it's a lot of things to keep intact. It's a lot of things to really keep in mind for when you're wanting your organization to be the best and you want your organization to continue to move forward. You got to make the right decisions, even if it hurts people, but sometimes things got to be done. They have to be done. We have a list. We talk internally all the time about this. Neil said of how the team works behind the scenes to be prepared for moments like this. Even in our scouting meetings, we'll talk to our scouting staff because they're out there all the time and ask, who's the up-and-coming coach? Who's in Kitchener or Barrie, Ontario right now that is an up-and-coming coach? Who's out in Medicine Hat? That is an upcoming coach. As we scout players, we try to do the same with coaches. Neil said the decision will be important with the franchise mission to continue competing for the Stanley Cup. Doeber's team went 149, 68, and 29 in the past 3 seasons for a league best .665 point percentage during the regular season. They also won 6 playoff series, defeating Colorado twice, Vegas, and Winnipeg, but losing to Edmonton in each of the past 2 seasons. The most recent loss to the Oilers became a point of contention as Doeber pulled goalie Jake Oettinger 7 minutes into Game 5 and made comments afterwards that seemed to be blaming Oettinger. See, there go the answer right there. There goes the answer right there. They had a squabble, they had a brawl, they had a disagreement, whatever word that you want to come up with that what was being talked with Pete and Jake. 7 minutes going into the Game 5. Okay, so you're talking to him before the game is even starting. That's the point. And I really thought the Stars were going to make it. I thought they were going to go far. They didn't go far. I thought they were going to go far. There go Pete right there. Sorry, Pete. I thought you guys were going to go far and hold the cup up, but it didn't happen. You guys got swept out by Edmonton. They beat the brace off y'all butts. So hopefully next season when you guys play again, it can be a little better. It can be better. Let's continue reading, y'all. The reality is, if you go back to last year's playoff, he's lost 6 or 7 games to Edmonton, and we gave up 2 goals on 2 shots in the elimination game. Doeber said it was partly to spark our team and wake them up, partly knowing that the status quo had not been working, and that's a pretty big sample size. Neil said he understood the decision to shake the team up after it got down 2-0 in an elimination game. I have no problem with the pull, Neil said. If you're coaching and you just let 2 goals in, you have to change momentum. Definitely, you got to change the gameplay up. I say that constantly in most of my videos. You got to change the gameplay up. You have got to do that. You got to change it up sometime. However, he added that comments after the game and in the season-ending press conference created some amount of tension. I think everybody did, Neil said when asked if he had a problem with the comments. I think even Pete was remorseful of it a little bit. I don't think he handled that the way he wanted to, but you have to remember you're under the duress of everything going on in that. Neil had postseason reviews with all of the players and said that helped make the decision. Okay, so he got the feedback from the players, okay? It wasn't just the coaches that were actually working with Pete. You got to look at the players as well because they're under the coach. So he got the feedback and the reviews from the players, and they were all in cohesive agreement. Like, no, we think Pete should go ahead and get out of here. Kick rocks, dude. Kick rocks. And that's what happened. Jim said, okay, this is the number of people that prefer for you to stay, and this is the amount of people that really want you to go. This number is higher, and I see that I don't want no trouble to this organization, so I'm going to have to let you go. Or I'm sure he said something like that, but I'm sure that was in the mindset of how the conversation flowed, and that's why he ended up getting rid of Pete. Okay, let's continue on. What I did at the end of every season, players deserve to be heard, Neil said. I've been in the business a long time, and I interview all the players and tell them to be truthful with me. But I've also been around long enough to know that if a guy is only getting 5 minutes of ice time, he's not going to like the coach. I understand that. I take it all in, analyze it, and we talk about it internally. Some of it comes into play, some of it doesn't. You have to really balance those things. That's an issue when you're not letting that player get in enough time. Of course they're going to act crazy. Of course they're going to throw a fit. Of course they're going to throw a tantrum. Of course they're going to get into it with their coach. Hey, coach, I'm one of your best players. You can't just sit me out for X amount of time. I got to get in there. Now, if there's an injury happening, okay, that's different. But you just sitting a player out for whatever reason it may be, it's not cool, and people are going to react. Your players are going to react that way. That's why you hear fans booing and they'll throw stuff and hey, get him back out there on the ice and on the field and on the court and in the baseball field. Like you will hear all of that. You will. So those tensions always come when it comes to the sports and the relationships that the coach and the players have. You are one of the best. You want to always be out there playing. Like not getting no time to play, yeah, you going to feel some type of way. So Jake had a reason to feel some type of way for what Pete was doing. He had a reason. He had a reason to be upset and feel that way. He did. Doeber has 1 year left on his contract. All of the NHL head coaching job openings have been filled, so there is a chance that season starts with him on the Stars' payroll. Neil said he has full confidence Doeber will find another team. The Stars with Doeber's 15, but he is a 17 all-time in coaching wins at 662. So Pete, he got some good stats under him. Even though the Stars had let him go, he got some good stats on him. 662 wins. That's pretty good. But you don't want to bring drama to an organization. We're all about teamwork, dedication, and winning. That's what makes the contract pay be better. That's what makes the contract extension be longer. That's what makes the player want to stay with that team. All of that has to be incorporated because all of you guys are working together at the end of the day. I'm sitting up here and I just let a guy go who went to the conference finals 3 years in a row. 3 years, y'all. Not 1, not 2, but 3 years in a row. 3, y'all. 3. That's not easy to do, Neil said. He's going to win a cup. Unfortunately, it won't be him, but he's going to win a cup. He's a good coach and he learns every time. He's been fired a few times, but I think he's learning each time it happens. Stars fans, talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me in that comment section down below. How y'all feeling? Is this good? Is it bad? Are you kind of in between with how you feel? Stars fans, talk to me. Talk to me. How are you guys feeling about this? If you did enjoy this video and enjoy what I read to you guys and enjoyed the breakdown and understanding why they had to let him go, you know what you need to do? Give this video a fat thumbs up. Share this video too with any and everyone that you know, whether they like sports or not, or maybe they just want to hear somebody give feedback on a topic that they're not really sure about. Share it, everybody. And before you leave, hit the subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you can get notified when I drop videos on this channel. Bonnie with the Get Down podcast. We're getting it all down. We're digging all in the dirt to find out why this, and this happened to your player, or why this, and this happened to your team. Okay? Y'all stay prayed up and stay blessed. I'm going to see you guys in the next video.